What is the best passport to buy? If you're a wealthy person, you want to protect your freedom and your money, is it the St. Kitts passport? Maybe, maybe not. Let's find out. If I could go back in time to when I bought the St. Kitts passport and analyze the other countries a little bit better, I would do that. When St. Kitts offered the limited time offer where you could put a whole family for only $150,000, I jumped on it, and I also thought it's the hype. It's the passport that is the oldest program running. But I probably would look at other programs like Grenada, the Spice Island. Grenada is a country that their passport offers you pretty much the same as St. Kitts does for the exact same price. For a St. Kitts passport for one person, you can pay $150,000. For Grenada passport for one person, you pay $150,000. And for a family, you pay around the same, $200,000. If you want to go the real estate route, which I don't recommend because Grenada has been hit by very harsh hurricanes, you can pay $220,000 or more in real estate. I never recommend Caribbean real estate for citizenship just because there's hurricanes, there's scams, and they're also not the properties that you want to buy. But if you want to do the donation route, it's exactly the same price while offering pretty much the same visa-free travel. If you see on the map here or the maps of St. Kitts and Grenada combined, you're pretty much getting all the same countries except China. So St. Kitts does not have access to China, Grenada does have access to China. So if that interests you, that's definitely a program for you. Another great thing about the Grenada passport compared to the St. Kitts passport or Dominica passports, for example, if you travel to places like here in Armenia, people tend to not know that it's a citizenship by investment countries. Whereas with St. Kitts, with Dominica, if you go to a bank or any other places, they might know that you really bought that passport just because they're so popular. And a lot of Russians, for example, that are traveling all over the world and opening bank accounts in other places because they can't in Russia, they're using those passports, St. Kitts and Dominica, but not usually the Grenada passport. So that gives you a little bit more privacy, it gives you a little bit less skepticism, and it also just allows you more opportunities where they might look at you weird when you have a St. Kitts or Dominica passport. With a Grenada passport, that might not happen. Another great benefit of the Grenada passport as compared to all other Caribbean citizenships, and in particular St. Kitts, is that it has access to the E2 visa program to the United States. Just like the Turkey Citizenship by Investment program and many other countries around the world, you can get back into the US without getting a tourist visa, but actually getting an investment visa. With an investment of around $100,000, sometimes a little bit more, you can get access to the US. So if you're a US citizen looking to renounce, Grenada is a great opportunity to get back into your country, into the United States, without becoming a taxpayer and actually spending as much time as you want in the United States. But remember that if you spend more than 6 months a year, again, in the US, you will pay US taxes. So you can stay up to 6 months, making sure that you don't pass the tax residence rules of the IRS. Side note, it's also very important to keep in mind that St. Kitts has been the longest running program without pauses, without stopping it, and without that many changes. Grenada has stopped, restarted, changed the prices a lot, so they're quite inconsistent when it comes to their passport program. For people that value stability and programs that don't change, programs that might not go away in the future, to plan for the next couple of years, then St. Kitts or any other program that has been running for longer without pauses could be a better choice. And of course, there are some other cons to consider with Grenada. The two main ones being that it's crypto unfriendly and that it has high taxes. Check out those snowy peaks right here. It's May, almost summer, and it's snowing here. Grenada has unfortunately not been as crypto-friendly as St. Kitts, Antigua, Dominica, and all these other countries that are almost at the verge of accepting crypto as a payment for the citizenship. Grenada has traditionally been less friendly towards this new system, towards this new technology, and this new world that we're living in, and has also taxed crypto tax capital gains, and also has regular taxes that St. Kitts and Antigua, for example, don't have. Your taxes while living in Grenada, even though you might not live ever there, might go up all the way to 24-30%, specifically if you're an investor or a cryptocurrency investor. So it's up to Grenada to change these laws if they want to include more crypto people, if they want to attract more people to come to the island, as well as pay for the passport. Grenada, you've been served. Another two programs that I would have looked at more carefully are Antigua and Barbuda and Dominica. Antigua, just because it's cheaper than St. Kitts, while being pretty much the same passport. You can travel to pretty much the same countries, and they've also made a commitment to attract crypto investors. There's absolutely no personal income tax, there's no capital gains tax there, and even though I'm not planning on living in Antigua, they might even accept crypto payments in the future for their passport. They have had some controversies, like for example, the fact that two islands might split into two different countries, being Antigua and Barbuda, and the program is relatively new. But for the same passport, the same quality of passport, and also a less well-known passport, you get it for cheaper. 150,000 for St. Kitts, 100,000 plus 30,000 in fees for Antigua. So you're basically saving $20,000 and pretty much having the same exact passport. I love these Armenian fireplaces. And Dominica, on the other hand, is even cheaper. $100,000 for that passport. You get access to China as well. You get access to a lot of countries around the world, but it is a pretty well-known passport. A lot of sketchy people have gotten that passport and has been criticized heavily by the European Union and other countries around the world as being a passport that people can get very easily in 3 to 4 months without proper due diligence. And it is a program that's much faster. Sometimes you don't even need to apostille documents to prove that you can receive the citizenship, and they still give it to a lot of people, and they give it to a lot of people that don't pass the due diligence check. You're getting really the same passport, doesn't have access to a lot of countries, but for a much cheaper $100,000 donation. But what if you have a couple $1,000,000, even $100 million? You don't want to mess around with Caribbean citizenships. You want to go for the big dogs. Malta. Malta citizenship by investment. Obviously, it's a European country. A lot of people are hesitant about the European Union, but it does give you access to pretty much all of the world for about 1.2 million US dollars. You do need to spend some time in Malta. It's about 1.5 years, that program. But if you're looking for the absolute top best passport that you can buy right now in the world before they cancel that program, forget about Caribbean citizenships and get yourself a European passport that gives you access to all the world, potentially live in Europe, and pretty much access everything that you need for that price point. What do you think? Should I pour more wood into this fireplace, or is it burning enough? Almost burning my face here. Or what you might want to do is buy as many passports as you like. At a certain amount of net worth, some of my clients are worth $150, $200 million. I advise them to buy multiple passports. So the best thing that you can do if you're a rich person, identify the risks of all these passports. Identify the benefits. For example, with the Malta passport, you can travel anywhere around the world, but it's also part of the European Union, and they might have restrictions later. Is that worth the hassle of going through the 18 months of Malta citizenship to also have a hassle later on? If you don't think that's going to happen, get the Malta one, and also get the St. Kitts, Antigua, or Grenada. If I were to go back 1 year before, which one would I have gone? Probably Grenada or Antigua and Barbuda. They offer good travel around the world, reasonably priced, quite fast, and also they give you access to countries, like in the case of Grenada, to the US with the E2 visa without paying more. If you're interested in getting a second passport, just like me, I got the St. Kitts passport. I've helped many clients get a second passport, move to better places around the world where their wealth is welcomed, where you pay less taxes, you potentially pay 0 taxes. In the case of Dubai and the UAE, click that first link in the description. Book a call with the Wealthy Expat team. We're very happy to help you. If you want to know what it's like to travel on a citizenship by investment program, check out this video right here. How it is to travel on a St. Kitts passport that I bought a year after. Check it out right now.